You're a big donor. You were a donor during the 2016 election. You supported Marco Rubio. How's President Trump doing?
Well, I think the economy is doing great. Again, I was Bill Clinton's second largest contributor when he ran for office. I'm neither a Democrat nor a Republican. I tend to be in the middle, which means it's very lonely. There's almost, the country's become very polarized.
And I would push back on that. I feel like we're all hanging out in the middle. Yeah. Very few of us have these monolithic views that you're just all Republican on everything in your life, or all Democrat everything in your life.
I know there are people that are very passionate on the left, and there are people very passionate on the right. I tend to be in the dispassionate middle, the kind of boring dispassionate middle. And I thought, very close friends with Tony Blair and Bill Clinton. That was called the third way back then. That was Bill Clinton was a centrist. Tony Blair is a centrist. Marco Rubio is a centrist. Mitt Romney is a centrist. Those are my politics. In terms of assessing the Trump administration, I think there's style and then there's substance, and I'm not going to comment about style, but I'm very happy that the United States economy is doing well. I'm very happy we're at record low unemployment rates. There are a lot of good things that have happened. People want to assign some of the credit to Barack Obama, some of Donald Trump. I mean, that's their. Everyone has their own opinion. I just think it's wonderful to see the U.S. economy growing again over 4%. I think our big competitor is China, and that if we let China's economy pass us up, if we let China produce more engineers than we do, if we let China's technology companies beat our technology companies, it won't be long that our military is behind technologically also. Our economy is behind technologically. We have a serious competition going on with China. I'm on Team USA. I would like us to be successful. I'd like us to develop and protect our technologies. I think we have to do that. I think we have to invest in our economy and grow our economy so we can compete with the first serious threat, if you will, or first serious competitor we've had since the 1930s.
I couldn't agree more. And China won't even admit that they've been stealing our IP for decades. So first we've got to get them to admit it in order for them to change their behavior. And it's good that this administration has pushed back on China.
Yeah, no, I think the appropriation of our IP is a huge advantage for them. I mean, they get all of our IP and all of their own IP. And there's some very talented engineers in China, then they're producing a lot of them. So we've got to do a better job of protecting our IP.
Yesterday when I was speaking with Mark, I asked him about the DoD contract. Oracle's obviously competing for business with the Pentagon. Amazon wants it too. But Google walks away from the business with the DoD, and yet they are all in on going into China and having their search engine censored. Your reaction?
Well, I think, it's actually kind of shocking. Here, Jeff Bezos and I absolutely agree. I think U.S. tech companies who say we will not support the U.S. military. We will not work on any technology that helps our military. But yet goes into China and facilitates the Chinese government surveilling their people is pretty shocking. I think it's very important that U.S. technology companies support our country, our government. We are a democracy. If we don't like our leaders, we can throw them out. If you don't like the leaders in China, you can fill in the blank.
You're dealing with a dictator for life.
Yeah, Xi is the most important leader in China since Mao. He's now been elevated, to that level, and I don't see how a company like Google can say, okay, we're going to aggressively pursue business in China and stay away from doing anything with our U.S. military. I think it's a terrible miscalculation. I mean, our democracy and the democratic systems are in competition now with communist/socialist systems. And we'd like to see our democratic capitalist system emerge victorious in this competition versus communist socialist systems.